Fear. It's the silent assassin of dreams. You can have intelligence, education, and ambition, but if fear controls your mind, you're already defeated before you start. And Napoleon Hill knew this better than anyone. He taught that failure is never caused by bad luck or lack of opportunity. It's caused by 6 invisible ghosts that live rent-free inside your subconscious. Hill described fear as the most destructive human emotion, the hidden force behind poverty, unhappiness, and mediocrity. He identified 6 primary fears: fear of poverty, fear of criticism, fear of ill health, fear of loss of love, fear of old age, fear of death. These are not random anxieties, they are systematic tools of control. Hill warned that if you don't master them, they will master you. Imagine a general going into battle, but secretly believing he can't win. That is you, whenever fear dominates your thoughts. The enemy doesn't have to attack. Your surrender is already guaranteed. Hill explained that fear operates through habitual thought. The more often you imagine failure, the more reality bends to fulfill that expectation. Fear of poverty, for example, vibrates like a bad frequency that literally drives money away. Fear of criticism kills your creativity before it sees daylight. Fear of ill health weakens your very immune system. These 6 ghosts haunt your subconscious, whispering lies. You're too old. You're not good enough. You'll embarrass yourself. They'll laugh at you. Hill challenged humanity to confront these phantoms, to shine light into the dark corners of the mind, and replace them with purpose, faith, and discipline. So, your first mission is awareness. You can't destroy what you can't identify. Write these fears down. Ask, which of the 6 controls me the most? Because naming your ghost is the first strike. Success begins with mental warfare, and in this war, the battlefield is your own mind. The fear of poverty is humanity's oldest disease. Hill described it as a parasite that feeds on your sense of security and self-worth. It's not just the fear of being broke, it's the belief that you'll never have enough. Hill often warned that this fear does more than restrict your wallet. It kills initiative, ambition, and courage. When you act out of poverty consciousness, every decision you make comes from desperation, not creation. He explained that every person lives either in a poverty consciousness or an abundance consciousness. The first one says, there's not enough for everyone, I must cling and compete. The second says, the world is abundant and I can create more of anything. So how do you crush this ghost? Step 1. Shift your mental vocabulary. Audit your daily self-talk. Notice how often you say things like, I can't afford that, or I'll never make it. These are mental commands programming your subconscious to stay poor. Replace them with statements of power. I am creating new income sources. Money flows because I produce value. Step 2. Discipline your imagination. In Outwitting the Devil, Hill revealed how the devil manipulates people into drifting, worrying instead of working. The cure, he said, is definite purpose. When your purpose is defined, fear loses its anchor. Step 3. Proof through action. Start something, anything, that produces value. You kill the fear of poverty by proving to yourself that you can create, not just consume. Even small acts of achievement destroy the illusion of helplessness. Hill observed that many self-made millionaires began with nothing except belief in themselves and a refusal to submit to fear. He wasn't glorifying greed, he was glorifying independence, the ability to think and act freely. When you stop begging the world to feed you and start commanding your own mind to serve you, you cross the invisible line between poverty and abundance. The fear of poverty dies the moment you realize you are the source of wealth, not your job, not the government, not luck. You. The fear of criticism is perhaps the most paralyzing of all 6 ghosts. Hill wrote that this fear chains more people than poverty ever could because it targets your ego, your need to belong. He warned that society trains you to conform. From childhood, we're punished for standing out, criticized for thinking differently, and mocked for failing publicly. As adults, this conditioning stays with us. We hesitate to act, worrying what people will think if we fail. Hill explained that fear of criticism kills imagination and initiative. It makes you obey trends instead of truth. You stop pursuing happiness and start pursuing approval. He challenged readers to become immune to opinion, to operate with such self-respect that external judgment becomes irrelevant. So let's apply that. Step 1. Build inner authority. Ask yourself whose opinion truly matters. If they don't build your goals, why let them destroy your confidence? Hill reminded us that decisions require courage. The more independent your thinking, the more powerful your results. Step 2. Detach from need for validation. Start doing small things that scare you. Post your ideas online. Speak in public, wear what you want. Start the business your friends doubt. Each act weakens fear's grip. Step 3. Redirect criticism into energy. He'll encourage people to treat criticism as free market research. If critics are talking, it means you're moving. The only people never criticized are those doing nothing. In modern terms, fear of criticism is the algorithm that suppresses your personal greatness. It keeps you in safe mode, avoiding risk, avoiding judgment, and therefore avoiding life. But when you finally stop listening to the noise and obey your inner command, something incredible happens. Your courage becomes contagious. You liberate others to be real, too. So ask yourself, would you rather be everyone's favorite coward or your own fearless creator? Fear of ill health. Fear of loss of love, fear of old age, and fear of death, these are the last strongholds of human weakness. He'll observe that they all stem from one core illusion, the belief that you are powerless. Fear of ill health. He'll taught that the mind rules the body. Constantly worrying about illness actually creates conditions for illness. He emphasized that a positive mental attitude can strengthen the immune system and even influence recovery. You fight this ghost by acting as if health is already your natural state. Move, breathe deeply, and tend to your body as a soldier tending his weapon. Instead of saying, I hope I don't get sick, affirm, I am strong, energetic, and resilient. Fear of loss of love. This fear often drives jealousy, manipulation, and emotional dependency. He'll explain that real love cannot exist where fear dominates. The cure is self-respect. When you build confidence in your worth, you attract relationships that are healthy, not desperate. Fear of old age and death. He'll view these as fears programmed by society, commercialized by industries selling youth and eternal life. He said that wise people see age as opportunity. Maturity brings wisdom and perspective. As for death, it is simply transition, the ultimate unknown that should motivate life, not paralyze it. Together, these fears melt when you establish one master thought, definite purpose. A mind obsessed with fulfilling its mission does not have space for fear. To permanently destroy fear, Hill prescribed daily mental conditioning, the fear-busting ritual. Start each morning reaffirming your definite purpose and visualizing victory. Acknowledge each fear out loud, then replace it with a declaration of power. Act immediately on one thing you were hesitating to do. End each night with gratitude and mental review. What fear did I resist today? Over weeks, you build a new neural network of courage. Fear may visit, but no longer rules. Hill's entire philosophy culminates in this truth. Success is not a goal, is a state of consciousness. Fear and faith cannot occupy the same mind, one must dominate. So which will it be? You can live haunted by ghosts, or you can become the ghost that fear runs from. The choice is yours.